it would be kind of fun, since just a couple of years ago I actually started out wearing makeup. I didn't usually wear makeup at all, ever. And then something changed. I got older, I don't know, but then I wanted to play with it, and I started playing with it. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any brushes, I didn't have nothing. No makeup whatsoever. So I spent hours upon days watching YouTube videos to figure out exactly what it was that I needed to wear. Well, that I needed to go and buy. And wow, it was a lot. Like, a lot. For someone who's never worn makeup before, it was a lot. So I thought, how cool would it be to do like a starter kit? So I have all drugstore brand items. Now, having said that, I wanted to have a few items that was also versatile, because makeup is not cheap when you're going from 0 to, 15 different products. So I've narrowed it down to 7 items. Some of them pull double duty. It's to make it easier, cheaper, and a little bit not so stressful. So let's put it that way. So in my little bag here, is everything you're gonna need. I got a couple of makeup brushes, which you can get from the drugstore. These are from BH Cosmetics. I got a whole slew of them for like 12 bucks. There's an e.l.f. lippy lip crayon. There's another BH Cosmetics brush. This is Pixie by Petra mascara, which can be found at Target. That's where I bought it.
How much was it?
Okay, this is actually a higher end at Target. I want to say it was $18. There are cheaper mascaras. And then we have the Flower Beauty primer. And a couple more brushes. This one I got out of the Ipsy bag. And the Ipsy bag is only $10 a month. Oh, and this is foundation, and that one is also Flower Beauty. These two I got at Walmart. The foundation and the primer. And then we have the Butter Bronzer and Butter Blush Physicians Formula. Both I got at Fred Meyer's. Or if you're somewhere, you guys can probably call it Myers. We call it Fred Meyer's. And then this I got from the dollar store. And I'm going to explain this. It's a bronzer, but I'm going to explain in just a second. Oop. And then this, this is LA Colors from the dollar store. This is eyeliner. Okay, so that's everything in our bag.
It's kind of funny. You stole my eyeliner.
Yeah. So here's the deal. We're going to put the primer on and then the foundation, just like we normally would. Okay.
Wait, can we get copyrighted for me humming back here?
I don't know. So, yeah, when I first got started wearing makeup, I literally had a list of like 20 different things. It come up over $100. It was crazy. And then this is the Flower Beauty foundation. And we're just going to take our foundation brush, and I only use one pump. That is it. And just kind of dab it on everywhere. I did wear in high school, I did wear some makeup, but I always found that it broke my face out and my face would start to burn after a few minutes. And so I thought, well, shoot, maybe it's just my skin. Nobody ever told me about primer. Well, and I don't think back then it was a thing either, though.
Well, it might have been a thing, just a new thing.
And, I mean, we would just literally slap on a powder foundation, and that was it.
Cake.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. You didn't have all these different steps. You threw on some powder foundation, some powder, I mean, everything was powder. I don't think there was anything that was cream. I remember my mom would have this blue eyeshadow. Oh my gosh. It was the funniest thing.
Oh no.
Okay. Alright, so there's that. I just wanted to make sure I got it blended in really well. Okay, so those two, the Flower Beauty, can be found at Walmart. Okay, so this is where the double duty comes in. And you can actually, if you want to set your face, you can, and actually, if you don't have a foundation brush or a brush for foundation, you can use your fingers. You don't have to have a brush. Just so you know, I use my fingers too. If you want to set your face, you can. I have one product that I am currently trying to, I have it in my project pan because it's not cruelty free, so I'm choosing not to show it. But you can set your face. Okay, so this is where it comes in. I'm going to use the dollar store bronzer because I do not have a dollar store, or not, I don't have a drugstore eyebrow thing. Eyebrow
Thing.
Yeah.
Pencil.
Pencil.
There we go.
Yeah. The ones that I have, one of them is a whole palette, but it's by Unique Makeup. It's not cheap by any means. And then the other one is not a drugstore brand either. So if you have an eyeshadow palette and you have a color in there dark enough, you can use bronzer, you can use eyeshadow, you can use whatever you need. I just take an angled brush, whatever you have. Alright, hang tight. I'm going to grab, because I don't know where my mirror went to. I'm going to grab one of these. I'm just going to take the angled brush and I'm just going to sweep this in. And hopefully it works. The color's not dark enough. It's kind of doing it. But if you have a darker color, my gist of it is that if you have the right color for your eyebrows, this will work. You can use eyeshadow for your brows. I just don't happen to have the right color. I really don't, because you can tell. Yeah, you can tell that it's not the right color. It's giving it a little bit of a red tinge. Look.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the right color.
I mean, if you had more, like, slightly redder hair.
Yeah, if I had red hair, that would be super cute. But you get the gist of it. You can use a bronzer or an eyeshadow, especially an eyeshadow that's dark. That would have worked a lot better. But that's the idea, is you know, if you don't have a brow pencil or a brow pomade or whatever, use what you have. You don't have to run out and buy 20 freaking things just to have enough makeup to do a full face. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Improvise.
Improvise. Yes, thank you. So now we're going to use the butter bronzer.
Woo! I had the camera. I had the camera. Oh God, is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now I'm going to use the butter bronzer, and we're actually going to use this as eyeshadow.
I'm just gonna leave because I keep running into things.
Yeah, it would be great if you would stop.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we're just going to put this right in the crease and go up a little bit. And the butter bronzer is great for this. Because it is the perfect color. Can you let her out for a little bit, please? Okay, so just like that. So this is by Unique. This is not cheap at all. So now I'm going to take the butter blush. This is a really pretty pink color. And you can also find, this is like a color eraser mark, you know, for the brushes. You can find this on Amazon for $6.
Amazon?
Yep. So we're just going to take that pretty blush pinky color, and that's going to go right on the lid. Actually, I'm going to try my finger, because that brush might be too loose. There we go. And if you wanted to, you could just use the blush and not the bronzer. There we go. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just clean that up. Again, all the brushes are BH Cosmetics. You don't have to spend a lot of money to do your makeup. So we just used bronzer and blush to do our eyeshadow. So there you go. Pretty. And now we're going to use our blush and bronzer as blush and bronzer. Okay. I just want to make sure that you get it blended really well, though. we go. And I am going to go back in real quick with this and just kind of, if your eyeshadow looks a little dark, you can go in and blend it out. It's not a big deal. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Okay. So how was everybody's weekend? What do you guys have plans for this week? Planned for this week? We have an extremely busy week in front of us. And this past weekend was insane. Woo! With everything, all the shopping and the bathroom and remodeling the bathroom is just nuts in itself. I was in that bathroom for 8 hours. If you guys haven't seen that video, you gotta go watch it. Woo! Okay, so now this is dollar store, right, Caitlin?
Mm-hmm.
Eyeliner from the dollar store?
It was either dollar store or Walmart, but either way it was $1.
Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit on, no big deal. And you know what? We didn't do our blush. So let's see, I'm gonna take this little blush brush right here and just a little teeny bit. You wanna let Pandora back in?
Mm-hmm.
I love the butter bronzer and butter blush from Physicians Formula.
Mom.
Yeah. You just... No, I didn't. So, anywho. Alright, so then, the Pixie by Petra. This is on the more expensive side. This is from Target. It was $18. But the cool thing is that you have 2 separate wands. So you have this really thin one for your lower lashes. And then you have this really thick one for your bottom lashes. Or your top lashes. How cool is that? I think you're right. I think that's okay though. So that's pretty cool. So that is $18. So it's a little more on the expensive side. There are cheaper mascaras, but this is technically drugstore. So just remember, you don't have to have everything right off the bat. And I wish I would have figured that out before I went to the drugstore and spent over $100. So then there's that. So there's a full face of makeup. Oh, not just yet.
Did you forget the lippy?
I always forget the lippies.
Should make sure it's
This
not
is an
liquid
elf.
eyeshadow.
Yeah.
This scarf is amazing.
Okay. There we go. And this one was by Elf. It's just the crayon. So, just to recap. Primer and foundation. Got those at Walmart. And then this was if it was darker it would have worked better, but you can, there are brow pencils that you can get at the drugstore. And then blush and bronzer for eyeshadow, and blush and bronzer.
Oh, you didn't do your eyeliner right.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't. It's barely even visible.
And then dollar store eyeliner, which if you have really dark hair, this could double as your brow pencil. You could have both. And then your mascara and your lippy. So, this is all it took. And then the pencil. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. That's it. Just remember, as a starter kit, you don't have to have everything all at once. Get your basics and go from there.
It's supposed to look like this. See?
Get your basics and then you can build from there. I wish I would have done that because I spent way too much money out the gate.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
in your defense, you just saw all the beauty gurus. And
yeah,
you were like,
I
gotta
saw
do
the
that.
big time beauty gurus and what they were showing, and no one really showed like a basics kit kind of thing. I mean, CoverGirl has a primer with SPF 20 in it. I'm not showing that because they're not cruelty free. I mean, you've got options. You could even go to the dollar store. We did a dollar store makeup look. I mean, it wasn't great, but there are some items that I actually kept, like the bronzer, and I've got the blush.
There we go.
And the eyeliner. So I'm just saying, there are other ways of getting a starter kit. A very basic starter kit.
It looks pretty too. You don't have to have fancy makeup to look pretty.
No, you don't. If you want to just start with the basics and then build your way up, that would be my suggestion. You do it how you want to, but if you don't want to go broke. And as far as the brushes go, if you even get just one good brush, like a blush brush, you can use your hands, your fingers for the foundation. It's not a big deal. And then one brush just for like the contour and the blush. One good fluffy brush for your blending your eyeshadow in. You can use your fingers for the other stuff. I mean, that's it. You don't have to have all those things. Would it be fun? Pfft, yeah. Hell yeah. But it's not necessary when you're first starting out. So that's what this video was. We had just a handful of items to do this really pretty look.
Gorgeous.
And there you go. I mean, it's nothing wild. It's nothing crazy. It's a very, you know, neutral look, but it's still pretty all the same. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. Until next time, see y'all later. Bye.